Hello, everybody, and thank you again for joining me today. I'm here with Koji Teraoka and Hiroshi Ito from our CoorsTek KK operations and sales team. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for Jonathan.
We're glad to have you here today.
Thank you.
So we're going to spend a few minutes.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. So we're going to spend a few minutes with these two gentlemen to discuss the current state of Japan, how they are doing as it relates to responding to the coronavirus in Japan, talk a little bit about the business, how our business is looking in Japan, and then finally talk a little bit about what we are doing to keep all of our team members safe and healthy in Japan. So let's begin. Teraoka-san, what is the current status of COVID-19 in Japan and in Tokyo right now?
So in Japan, the Japanese government declared the state of emergency, initially 7 prefectures, including Tokyo, and expanded for entire Japan on April 16. The state of emergency will remain in place until May 6, the last day of the Golden Week. So Prime Minister mentioned if we can reduce person to person by 70%, preferably 80%, the infection will peak out and start to decline. In Japan, the state of emergency is different from other countries' lockdown. So local government can strongly request people to stay home, but no penalties, no enforcement right. So coming to work is not restricted.
And how about with the commercial team? What are the work habits like with the commercial team?
So in our commercial team, more than 70% of people are working at home, from home. As far as I see, I have not seen any major negative impact. We are doing as usual, even if we are work at home.
That's good. So communications with customers are ongoing. Business continues to proceed forward with our customers?
Yes. By the telephone call or Skype, we are communicating well.
Good.
I believe.
Good. So, and then how about our business? Has coronavirus and COVID-19 impact any of our business so far in Japan?
So as I mentioned, the coming to work is not restricted. For the operation-wise, is also we have seen some customers like Murata, the temporary shutdown, just 2 to 3 days. The most of our customers, manufacturing sites remain in operation as usual. That's okay. Also, demand-wise, is also we see some impact for the automotive market, like the ceramics phosphor for Stanley. But we have not seen the drastic negative impact yet due to the COVID-19. Also, based on the latest CTKK's forecast, so from first quarter to third quarter, total revenue will be above the sales plan. That's very good.
Yes, that's great news. So it appears that even though the coronavirus and COVID-19 is impacting people all across the globe, including in Japan, that at least for now our business remains intact and our sales plan looks to be improving. That's great.
That's good. Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing, Teraoka-san. Now, Ito-san, let's talk a little bit about operations and how the business is going in Japan. Are employees going to work in CoorsTek KK or are they staying at home?
Okay, so in the facilities, mainly direct employees engaged in manufacturing are going to the facilities to continue the production, while G&A and indirect employees are mainly working from home. For employees working at the facility, we are taking measures such as staggered commuting and using private cars in order to avoid congestion on public transportation.
That's good. It's nice to hear that our employees are flexible in how they get to work and working hard to keep themselves safe and healthy. Now, are the trains still running in Japan? I think many people would want to know.
Yes. Transportation is as usual.
Good, good. But people are finding alternative methods to get to work.
Yes.
Well, that's great. I'm really glad to hear it. How about some actions? Let's talk a little bit about what you're doing specifically at CoorsTek KK to make sure our employees stay healthy and safe from the virus.
Before going to the facility, we measure body temperature and wearing mask and commute to work. We also measure the body temperature before entering the facility, and they also help this with this. Everyone understands the situation well, and the facilities are in normal operation. CTKK have provided face masks and began to distribute reusable cloth masks to all employees. At the facility, disinfection of doors, desks, and tables are implemented. We have made rules such as not to sit facing each other, to sit at intervals, to create partitions between people, not only in the workplace, but also in the break room and the cafeteria to keep social distance. And they are following the rules. We are quite used to the meeting sitting at intervals and using Skype. And in Japan, we will have a long holiday called Golden Week from the end of April to the beginning of May. And during that time, there are many people moving, but the government is requesting to refrain from moving between regions. Therefore, we are reconvening the calendar at each facility to reduce the amount of movements as much as possible. And the employees understand and cooperate with such measure.
Thank you, Ito-san, for sharing all that really useful information. I think it's important to recognize the work that you all are doing to help keep all of our team members safe while they're at work, whether it's coming up with alternative forms of transportation to have our team members come to and from work, whether it's thinking about how to set up safe work environments with staggered lunches, sitting arrangements that includes creating space for people to feel safe while having their lunch or having meetings, and using tools like Skype or Teams wherever possible to make sure that employees feel safe while at work. And I think it's particularly important to call out our thanks for your flexibility as you think about important holidays like Golden Week, which I know for the Japanese people is a very important holiday, and thinking about different ways to help the Japanese people and all of us stay healthy and safe by moving around what we're going to call Golden Week for our employees here at CoorsTek, I think will really help keep the case numbers down in Japan. So thank you for your continued commitment to helping keep the employees safe and to keeping the Japanese people safe. So thank you.
Thank you.
So Ito-san, Teraoka-san, thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you both here again soon in person once many of these restrictions are lifted. But thank you for your continued hard work and leadership in CoorsTek in Japan. So thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jura-san.
All right, see you soon. Sayonara.
Thank you.
Stay healthy.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.